I wish my sincerest condolences to those two girls lost in that tragic accident. And there's more to the story that you're not getting, but when the time comes, I will explain it in greater detail. I'm not authorized to talk about the whole thing. I'm not going to give you any more information.
This is Vincent Battaloro, a 17-year-old YouTuber who went live less than 24 hours after two teenage girls were struck and killed on a quiet suburban street in New Jersey.
Bro, you killed my best friend.
I don't need negativity in this stream, so everybody's getting timed out.
The victims were Maria Niotis and Isabella Salas, both 17 years old. They were riding home on electric bikes when they were hit by a vehicle traveling at 70 miles per hour on a residential street with a 25-mile-per-hour speed limit.
Making threats against my family will not be tolerated. If you don't see me streaming for a little bit, you'll understand why. This will be in the hands of Jesus. Everything will be okay. I will get this sorted out.
What appeared at first to be a hit and run quickly became something far more disturbing. Investigators would soon learn that one of the victims had allegedly been stalked by the suspect for months. And as police began piecing together what happened that Tuesday evening, a question became unavoidable. Was this a tragic accident or something far more calculated? On Tuesday, September 29th, 2024, just before 5:30 in the evening, a black Jeep Compass struck two girls riding electric bikes on Burnside Avenue in Cranford, New Jersey.
70 miles per hour. That's how fast cops say a 17-year-old was driving when he mowed down two teen girls riding on an e-bike.
First responders arrived to find both victims critically injured. Despite immediate medical intervention, 17-year-old Maria Niotis and 17-year-old Isabella Salas were pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the vehicle had fled. Thankfully, within hours of the crash, investigators identified the registered owner of the black Jeep Compass. The suspect was a 17-year-old from a neighboring town. His name was Vincent Battaloro, known online as VinnyBat18, a YouTuber who live-streamed himself playing baseball video games. But before police could bring Vincent in for questioning, he did something almost incomprehensible. He went live on YouTube.
It is an absolute unfortunate situation, and there's more to the story that you're not getting.
But even before this, there were already a lot of red flags. In fact, in a previous live stream 5 days before the murder, he had also gone public about Maria.
So we're going to try to do this. I don't know if it'll work. The place closes at 12. But here's what we're going to do. I think Maria's hungry. I think we're going to send her a pizza. Cheer her up.
Vincent Battaloro had built a substantial online following, amassing nearly 40,000 followers across TikTok and YouTube since 2020. His content consisted primarily of live streams where he played baseball video games, often joined by friends in co-op mode. But scattered throughout these seemingly innocent gaming streams were moments that, in hindsight, painted a much darker picture.
So, y'all know I have a vengeance against this girl for accusing me of sending. I'm going to call a pizza to her house, and here's how I'm going to do it. So I told you all that I bought the brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max the other day, and I'm going to be using this as my main phone now, better camera to do vlogs on. But in the process, I still have my iPhone 16 Pro Max. And here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be converting this as a burner phone.
And in the next part, we will hear Vincent planning to harass Maria by sending pizzas to her house using a burner phone.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Domino's, and I'm going to have a pizza sent to her house, and I'm going to tell the guy the driver will be paid cash at the door. Yes, cash at the door. So, Fula, or my dad wants to call you Falula, don't fool me, stupid name. You should not have accused me of sending porn. And you should not have dragged me into creating a police report. So, Fula, you made a bad decision making a bad name of myself. You made a bad decision having this girl return to that school without me being there. I think you're hungry. We're gonna send you a pizza. Okay? I'm getting the set up. I'm gonna use my burner. And we're gonna call in a pizza. I'm gonna use a VPN so I don't get tracked.
Order like 5.
You sure?
Huh?
I don't know if I want to order 5. That would raise some suspicion.
As you've heard, Vincent openly admitted to having vengeance against Maria. He blamed her for filing a police report against him, and he was using his platform to publicly harass her while his audience watched. But the harassment had been going on for much longer than that. As it turns out, Maria Niotis and Vincent Badaloro had dated in the past. Both attended schools in the interconnected communities of Cranford and Garwood, New Jersey. What began as a teenage relationship ended badly, and in the aftermath, Vincent allegedly could not let go. According to friends and family members, Vincent began stalking Maria relentlessly. Neighbors reported seeing his black Jeep Compass parked outside Maria's house for months on end. One friend recalled, "How can you sit in front of someone's house for 3 months? He was out there in front of her house in the same car for 3 months. I saw it." The harassment escalated beyond just physical stalking. Vincent allegedly sent threatening messages to boys Maria talked to after their breakup. He threatened to release nude photographs of Maria, behavior he reportedly admitted to having done to other girls in the past. The threats became so severe that Maria filed complaints with both the school and police multiple times. In fact, here is another live stream where he talks about the police report involving him.
And I actually want to tell you guys something about this whole thing. Obviously, you know, with this whole situation that I'm going through, I'm not facing charges and shit, because again, all of this stuff that has been proven already has been a lie. I talked to my school about what has happened, and believe it or not, they're still making me go for a savory assessment. I have absolutely no clue why. It's stupid. It's unnecessary. I've shown no sexual deviancy and no violence. And we've tried to appeal the decision, and apparently that decision can't be, which doesn't make sense, because, oh, we can appeal the school expulsion, but we can't appeal a savory assessment. That I don't find to be making any sense. We hold the card. No, you don't. You can authorize a decision making on whether I do this shit or not. So they will not, although my expulsion has been rescinded, I'm still not basically welcome back until I do it. And my dad is arguing with the school about it. He's going to have a meeting with the superintendent about it to voice his frustrations. I don't know what'll happen next. But for right now, it's not looking good. And there may come a point where I might have to go to a different school. So I'm going to invite you, Evan. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to invite you to this lobby. But it's sad. It's honestly sad that I'm being found innocent, and I'm basically being blackballed like Trevor Bauer, can't enter a school.
His behavior was getting worse, to the point that his own parents called 911 4 times in August, a month before the unthinkable happened.
He sprayed me in the face with mace. He took my...
Okay, what's going on there?
A juvenile issue. You guys have been here before. The same thing. I would highly recommend...
All right, what happened tonight, sir, that you're calling 911?
He's getting physical.
Okay. Are you separated now from him?
Please.
Yes, how are you? My name is Jeff Badaloro. I reside at...
Okay.
I was wondering, who's the sergeant that's working today?
Lieutenant Parada. I don't have a sergeant
Lieutenant
here.
Parada, that's okay. Can I just ask for him to come over? No call. I want to just speak to him and go over a couple juvenile issues that are going on with my son right now, and just get some advice.
Car Police 57.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. My name is Judith Batiloro, and my son lives right there by Garwood, and he's in the custody of my ex-husband. I have been having trouble at home, and now I was trying to call my son, and he doesn't answer the phone. It looks like his father disconnects his phone. I'm just concerned about his safety, about my son's safety.
Despite these warnings, Vincent continued. Maria eventually filed for a restraining order, and the situation reached a boiling point when school administrators suspended Vincent indefinitely over the allegations. But even suspension did not stop him. Instead, Vincent took his grievances online, broadcasting his anger and resentment to an audience of over 40,000 followers, while Maria tried desperately to move forward with her senior year.
And she's getting her whole team to gang up on me. If I saw her in real life, she would be scared to even see my face, okay? And I only say that because somehow, some way, I guess the brother of her got the report and said pull up to the house. When I said I would, the brother got all scared and backed out like a scaredy cat. He's dumb. Okay, he went back. He got all scared and backed out and said, I really don't want to fight. And then the girl in the body cam said, I don't expect you to realize how scared I am because he threatened to hurt me. So the brother said, come to the house. It's not worth my time.
2 months before the crash, Vincent was already making threatening statements about Maria on his live streams. He referenced confrontations with her family. He mocked her brother, and he portrayed himself as the victim of bullying despite actively harassing Maria online. As he mentioned, he had also posted body camera footage on his now-deleted Instagram account, claiming it showed proof that he was being harassed. Unfortunately, we were not able to obtain this body cam footage. But what we know for sure is that nothing Vincent posted online before September 29th could compare to what he would do the night after Maria and Isabella were killed. On Thursday, September 29th, less than 24 hours after 2 teenage girls were struck and killed, Vincent Batiloro went live on YouTube. He introduced his co-op gaming partner. He prepared to play baseball video games, but his chat had other plans.
I don't need negativity in this stream, so everybody's getting timed out.
Almost immediately, comments began flooding in. People who knew Maria and Isabella. People who had seen news reports linking Vincent's vehicle to the crash. They were not there to watch him play video games.
Huh? I'm thinking maybe another way that we can do this.
As accusations intensified, Vincent turned off his comments. But then he made a decision that would become central to the case against him.
But I need to explain some things that have happened over the past few days. And I'm not going to talk much about it, but in a neighboring town, unfortunately, 2 girls were killed in a hit-and-run crash. Now, there has been a lot of misinformation going on over the internet, but I will say this. I wish my sincerest condolences to those 2 girls lost in that tragic accident.
Vincent referred to the deaths as a tragic accident. He offered condolences, but what he said next would raise serious questions among investigators.
It is an absolute unfortunate situation, and there's more to the story that you're not getting. But when the time comes, I will explain it in greater detail. I'm not authorized to talk about the whole thing. I'm not going to give you any more information, but I will say this, okay? Making threats against my family will not be tolerated. My cousin has received hateful messages over social media about this whole spiel, and he's had to unfollow me on everything because of this whole drama. Why are you guys getting him involved? It's one thing, okay, if you hate me, you hate me. If you don't, you don't. You're opening up Pandora's box, getting family involved. And that just does not sit right with me. So I figured I'd make a statement about what happened. And I want to address something else, okay? Because this is a very serious incident that happened. And I really don't even know if I should be streaming this right now, but I have built a great following on TikTok with 39,000 followers that I have grown since 2020. And I want to thank each and every single one of y'all. I love you all to absolute death.
If Vincent had nothing to do with the crash, why would there be more to the story? Why would he claim to have information he was not authorized to share? And why was he addressing threats against his family instead of simply denying involvement? Throughout the live stream, Vincent never once denied being the driver. He never said, "I didn't do this." Instead, he spoke cryptically about Jesus, about sorting things out, about people not understanding the full story.
And regardless of what happens, if you don't see me streaming for a little bit, you'll understand why. But this will be in the hands of Jesus. Everything will be okay. I will get this sorted out. And I plan to keep continuing playing co-op with my best friend, Evan. He has stuck by me through the whole side, and I want to thank him for that. Without my loyal friend playing co-op with me, I wouldn't be streaming YouTube right now. So there's more to the story. But again, I'm not going to be authorized to comment on it. And I want to thank each and every single one of you guys that have stuck by me through this whole thing.
Vincent then pivoted to claims of being bullied. He portrayed himself as a victim of false allegations, despite the very real harassment he had directed at Maria in previous streams. He spoke with a confidence that seemed detached from the gravity of the situation.
And I want to address one more thing, okay? I really think there needs to be more done to address mental health in this state. Because, you know, I don't even know how to explain this, dude. I've been bullied, ridiculed, and stuff over false allegations, okay? Over this whole thing about things that have happened in the past. There's more to this story. It'll come out in the future.
We've already heard these phrases a few times, and now that we know he is the suspect, they take on a different meaning. As Vincent's live stream continued, he went back to playing video games with his friend Evan. He thanked his followers and talked about streaming again in the future. Then he said something that would later prove to be very misguided.
I'm going to let you all know this right now. I don't plan to go anywhere anytime soon regarding streaming. But again, if I do end up taking a hiatus, I'm telling you guys why. So, I really think New Jersey needs to do a better job addressing this mental health crisis because I've been through way too much. I'm a nice kid. I'm 17 years old with a good family by my side. And these allegations that have been ruining everything is a shame. But again, I'm going to leave it at that. I really think you all should be a lot nicer to each other. If anything happens I'm going to give you all some advice, all right? If you get bullied and ridiculed in school about, stuff that people hate you, I would tell your counselor immediately. And, before this gets out of hand, you got to address all these things, because I'll tell you what, the amount of bullying that I've been put through in the past has been absolutely absurd. And I'm going to be honest with you, the state is not doing a right job addressing this mental health crisis. And I hope Shitterelli can fix this shit, okay? So that is all I'm going to say about this whole thing. I'm not going to talk about it anymore on the advice of loved ones and others. We're going to play co-op with Evan, and we're only going to do one game. And depending upon the next steps, I'll probably be live tomorrow, because here's the thing. I was originally going to start a school today, but with all this hoorah happening, it kind of screwed that up. So I plan to be live tomorrow. I don't know about Evan, but again, you're going to be seeing more lives coming in the future, and I will address this whole thing hopefully in the next coming days. So, Evan, if you want to say anything, you are more than welcome to.
Vincent believed he would be back. He believed this would all blow over. What he did not realize was that investigators were already building a case that would ensure he would never stream again. Within days of the crash, authorities moved decisively. Vincent Battaloro was taken into custody and formally charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He also received 15 separate traffic citations related to the incident, including leaving the scene of an accident, excessive speeding, and driving without a license. The evidence against Vincent was substantial. Witnesses reported seeing the black Jeep Compass speeding through the residential neighborhood at 70 miles per hour, nearly 3 times the posted speed limit. The vehicle struck both girls with such force that the crime scene was described by first responders as horrific. Within days, Vincent Battaloro was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 15 traffic citations. The evidence was overwhelming: 70 miles per hour in a residential zone, months of documented harassment, and a live stream where he addressed the deaths without ever denying involvement. The police chief of Westfield, who shares Vincent's last name, publicly stated Vincent was not his son and that his family did not condone his actions. A GoFundMe for the victims raised over $145,000. Vincent Battaloro remains in custody awaiting trial, with prosecutors expected to pursue the case in adult court. We hope justice is served swiftly and completely. Isabella was never the target. She was simply with her best friend that day, in the wrong place at the wrong time. 2 futures erased in seconds, 2 families shattered, a community left asking how warnings went unheeded for so long.
It's really hard to have any words for what happened. It's beyond tragic. It is unfair. My heart goes out to the family. Those parents should never have to bury their own child. I'm a mother of 3, and it's the worst nightmare anybody could ever have.
Her life may have been short, but it was powerful. She loved deeply, she gave generously, she dreamed boldly. And to Maria, my sweet girl, I will miss you every single day for the rest of my life.
Maria and Isabella deserve to graduate, to chase their dreams, to grow old. Instead, their names are now part of a tragedy that never should have happened. Rest in peace, Maria and Isabella.